All right, welcome back. It's now 3 minutes past 7 a.m. Good morning. If you're just joining us, this is Good Morning Kenya. Today being a Monday, in politics, talking about politics and what really happened over the weekend and what you should be expecting in the coming week. All right, I'll give you a quick update on the World Cup, of course, because Hurricane also did something. Again, England beating Mexico 3-2, and that means that England have advanced to the round of 8. So more to come. Okay, so today being a Monday, I'm joined by Wakili George Kithi, who was an advocate of the High Court, and Mheshimiwa John Major Waluhe, who is the Member of Parliament of Sirisia constituency. Daniel Orogo will be joining us shortly, and an apology, of course, from Dr. Mbai, who is on an official function somewhere. But the show has to continue. All right, so Wakili, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you once again. Salama, salama.
Again. Thank you.
Karibu sana. And Mheshimiwa Waluhe.
Yeah, good morning.
Major, good to see you. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
How's the weekend?
Good.
It
was good.
We also, what happened?
Yeah.
It was quite intense.
It was seen all over
right.
the world. Yeah. Yes.
Great. Mulembe Nation, niko salama?
Very well.
Very nice. Let me take you through the front page of the local dailies. Wakili, you'll take the Daily Nation, and Mheshimiwa, you'll take the Star. On the front page of the Standard, broad-based family, that is on the front page of the Standard, broad-based family. The Standard reports that an obituary has cast fresh light on the remarkable reach of Speaker Moses Wetangula's political and family network across government. Now, what began as a tribute to a respected Bungoma matriarch quickly ignited a national conversation after it revealed the sheer number of close and extended relatives occupying senior public offices. The disclosures have fueled fresh questions about political patronage, regional equity, and whether access to Kenya's most influential positions increasingly depends on family and political connection. The Standard has illustrated there with the main person on the front page is Speaker Moses Wetangula. You can take a look at that. On the inner pages, it also talks about education reform leaves schools with more cows than students. I think that's just a sorry state of some schools in the country and across some of the questions. And of course, that story continues on page 4, where family obituary thrusts Speaker into storm over government jobs. That story is detailed there for you. But the story that is also making the inner pages is rule of goons. Is Kenya going the Haiti way? That's the big question here, with goons reigning terror amongst innocent civilians across the country. And it's now upon the national government, headed by the Interior Cabinet Secretary, Kipchumba Murkomen, to do his best. Something that I love. Day schools shine at City Regional Music Festival. Okay, it's all about co-curricular activities. It's the music festival this term being a second term. Very quickly onto the sports. Behold, this is where it all began. The young ones. But the question is also being raised whether Cristiano Ronaldo is becoming a help to Portugal, or he's just a hindrance to their success. He's now 41. So the question is whether he's being a help or a hindrance to Portugal. That is the question being raised here on the front page and in the pages of the Standard. Wakili, what do you have on this Daily Nation?
Oh, thank you. The Daily Nation topical front page issue is, they say, revealed private firm pocketing Shah billions. Shah says says payments to contracted hospitals are made directly from the funds it manages. But then the topical issue is questions have risen over the role of a private company, Finsprint, in processing social health authority payments to hospitals, while a private consortium led by Safaricom in partnership with Convergence Network Solutions and Apiro Limited is publicly acknowledged as the driver of 104 billion digital system. It has emerged that that company, Finsprint, also plays a role. One, for the farm reportedly retains 2% of the value of the claims. Then also police target MP over deadly Kisii goon violence, the same one you are talking about, involving Yaribari Chache MP, Zahir Chihanda, who has been summoned by police. The first inside page is inside process of returning Kenyans from South Africa.
Yeah.
You know what we did to them when they were at the World Cup. And then there's a story about Manda Island and poor residents there. There's also a case about DPP having lost a case and ordered to pay some money. I think there's the issue of the Shah goes on inside, and the story of the goons also goes on inside. There is one for details of land deal haunting Matiang'i. Court of Appeal finds that the land on which 2 schools sit was surrendered to state and didn't qualify for compulsory acquisition. And there's a story on that issue. And then there's a story of Mudavadi missing in action.
Yeah.
I think that concerns you.
You are sorry.
Then the fresh abduction claims put Ruto Raila Pact under scrutiny. I think that's a follow-up story. Ruto defends KBC and Safaricom stake. We had the president at Mount Kenya this weekend, which was highlight of your news story this morning. Of course, we have the stories of the sports.
Yes.
About Morocco.
Morocco is doing amazingly well.
Yes, and 34 games.
Yes.
Still unbeaten. They face the ultimate test. That's France. I don't know which side you are going to be. We have an African team in Africa. That is European. And we have an African team in Europe that is African.
Yes.
All right.
It seems you're so interested in football. Okay.
Yes, I am. Don't forget, I'm in sports.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
And don't forget you are an African.
The most important thing, you're an African.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I'll give you the rundown on which teams are now proceeding actually to the round of 8. It's been quite fiery. Haaland scoring 2 goals for Norway was just something that we didn't see that coming. Okay, Wishmua, I'll take the star on your behalf. Employers now feel pinch as 12% pay increase order takes effect. Workers to get pay arrears for last 2 months. That's the story that is continuing on page 4 and page 5. Ruto dismisses Gachagwa's role in 2022 poll victory. He said that alijitafutia kura, and so nobody actually helped him. Okay. And the story also continues where the court has awarded a student 8 million shillings for cop brutality during the 2019 demonstrations. The story of President William Ruto dismissing Gachagua on 2022 polls also on second page. So there's a cartoon here. There's a cartoon. I don't know who this is, but I think this is Mheshimiwa. This is I think this is a gentleman we all know.
No, Mheshimiwa would know better.
Yeah.
That is Didmas. Yeah.
That's Dismas.
But why is he looking shocked?
Shocked, no.
Shocked. He looks shocked.
Yeah, because of what is happening on the ground. As we speak, you know, team came late, but team now is ahead of him in terms of politics, Bungoma politics, gubernatorial.
Okay.
Campaign.
And there is somebody who looks like you exactly.
Yeah.
This is you down here, just behind Salasia.
The second cartoon?
Yes. That is him. This is you. This is you. Literally, look at the mustache. Look keenly. That is you. Literally, the mustache just behind Salasia.
Let's say it's a look-alike.
Maybe that's a look-alike on the start. But yes, the Bungoma politics becoming juicier every single day. Why so? Let me start by asking you that. Now that you are there all the weekend and it's appeared on the front page and the cartoon is also here, why is it so juicy all of a sudden?
Yeah, but that was just a funeral.
Yes.
We all went to attend a friend's funeral. the Honorable Wamboka's brother died.
Right.
So all politicians went to say sorry to our colleague, and then politics came up. Yeah, and it went like that. The way you saw it, you heard it, and that is how it was.
Okay. Wakili, do you have a question for him?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
So what happened?
No, we you know, politics. You are now joining politics.
Yes.
So we tried to, you know, like opposition actually tried to show that they are going to the next government as they spoke. But to me, it isn't because they had mobilized the ground for them, yes. And as we had not mobilized, we didn't know that it was going to be the way it was. And they almost carried the day on that day. So
It is what it is.
yeah.
Okay. But this must need something.
Not it must. You know, people, these people, wananchi, when they see us politicians, they always expect at least maybe when you talk after talking, you promise that you are going to give them something or you are giving them something, money. But they did not. This opposition, you know, they always think that election is for free.
Yeah.
And it was, so what Ditmas did, he left and then the crowd followed him. As usual, he always does that.
Yes.
And they remained shocked when they saw all the crowd followed Ditmas.
Okay. Are you planning a comeback?
For what? No. We know we are strong on the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
We are strong on the ground.
You see, probably picking from what Mheshimiwa is saying, the culture is when you mobilize people, then you have to cater for their time spent with you.
Yes.
As a politician, because they've left their the places of work and the engagements of the day and come to listen to you. But you see, it's transactional. Because if you mobilize them to come to you, then you should be able to cater for the day's stay with you or whatever time that they come. Obviously, a shorter time is less expensive than a longer time. That's what probably Mheshimiwa is alluding to. Back home, at the coast, we call it Samula.
Samula.
Samula. You dismiss people, and it's become official that when you congregate people, then you have to Samula them. You disengage them by paying them off. So probably that's the expectation.
As we say, kufinya. Kufinya something. Humina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Humina. All right. So
they did not mean because they always believe that they are either popular, but to me they are not popular. There's no opposition, no strong opposition in this country as we speak. Because like Sifuna, when he came, after mobilizing the crowd for him, they expected a lot from him. And what shocked people after his speech, when he spoke, that he doesn't have a party. He has come for the people to direct him. And also he said that he doesn't have money. So that people should sell even kuku to support him. So, you know, that is a shocking story to a politician who wants to become the president of this country. Yeah. How can someone sell his kuku to support his campaign? Yeah, that is shocking.
Okay.
Yeah.
As politicians would say, everything is close to their chest. He knows what he's doing.
I think most
importantly
is the expression of power and pursuit for power has its variations.
Yeah.
There are times in political packaging where people would play victim in order to win sympathy. So that a politician could ride on a bicycle and get elected. That happens. Because people would get the expression that you are good for us and one of us,
yes, except
that you have the means. But a seasoned politician cannot work. That for a seasoned politician won't work, because the presumption is that money and power are relatives, and that once you express yourself in a demeaning manner on account of asking a voter that the voter should fund you, it really works. Especially when you tell them an expression like "you sell your chicken to fund me," it is not offensive, but it's demeaning in the packaging of politicking.
Yes.
Contextually, therefore, you are telling the people, I cannot offer you a benefit of engagement
words,
now
they have
until
hope in you.
Yes, so you don't create hope to the people. Unfortunately, wealth and the packaging of wealth as against people who are poor, that's what gives you hope. Because a lot of those people that you engage in want to be given hope and probably want solutions that are immediate. Because when you're hungry, honestly, you can't be told you'll be given food some other time.
Yes.
Now, contextually, therefore, when you package it, the political packaging and messaging at the time, if it doesn't give hope, then people are going to walk away. And if this must, therefore, to him, the people who are going to walk to him or walk with him on account of the promise or how he's packaged himself before that incident, then obviously they're going to walk with him as against an oppositionist to him who would say that I don't have money. It looks ideal. It looks like the best political packaging in the context, but that's theoretical, because the practical aspect on ground is that people want immediate hope, and that then it's politically demeaning for a person to tell people, I can't samula you.
I can't samula you.
Yes.
Okay. That's a new one today. We've heard samula you. So the economic pressures and of course the regional, thing that we're talking about. Let's come back to the to what is happening. Last week we talked about how the economy or the Kenyan election in 2027 will be. We discussed that. And the most important one was the ethnic balance and the arithmetic and how the numbers would affect 2027. So today let's talk about the ideologies versus promises. All right, the ideologies. So let's talk about the ideologies versus promises, because you've talked about the issue to do with hope, selling hope to the people, but ideologies, the politics of ideas. You've heard the president saying hawana agenda. So is it hope or agenda? What does Wanjiku look for? Mheshimiwa, let me start with you. You've been in the game.
It is hope, but you can mix the two, hope and the ideologies, because it all matches. For example, all of us live on hope. Like us politicians, we live on hope. Sometimes you can hope like now what Sifuna is doing, is hoping that in future he may become a president if he plays his cards well, and that's not now, but in future, like another term, either when he's playing his cards well, if he does what Wananchi wants, if he looks for everything that is needed for him to make him become relevant, to continue with his politics, that is hope. Okay. So we live on hope and promises as well, because we promise people that we are going to do this, and with time you will do it. Yeah. And that is hope. Because I've told you that I'm going to buy you a TV, and you wait for me. Time will come. When I get money,
I will buy you a TV.
I'll buy you a TV.
Okay. I have two questions. Why do you say that Sifuna in future? Why not 2027? 2027 even in future?
2027, no. To me, he is not ready. And I even told in my speech on that day, because there were people from different sides of the country, from even Coast and Kisii, Ukambani, Machakos, Kitui, MPs who came for that funeral. So they was delivering the message that we have been sent to you people to say that we are supporting Sifuna. So in my speech I say that I expected them to say that if it is Kalonzo, because there are two who delivered Kalonzo's message,
yes,
that Kalonzo is supporting Sifuna. So I expected them to say that Kalonzo has stepped down to support Sifuna.
All right.
Matiang'i as well, because there were Kisis who came, MPs who came there and delivered the same message. So that's what I expected to say, that indeed,
to hear
yes, that Matiang'i has stepped down to support Sifuna, because if he's their potential candidate. But they don't say that, just to say that we are supporting. Kalonzo is supporting Sifuna, Matiang'i is supporting Sifuna. In which way? What kind of support?
Yes.
They did not say.
Moral support.
Moral in politics does not does not work. That one, even she can tell you, you can tell him, yeah, or he can say, I'm giving you moral support. That's not enough in politics. Yeah.
Okay. So, but there was that one picture that was going around on social media where Honorable Sifuna was given the front seat, the middle front seat.
Yes.
Which is quite conspicuous.
Yes.
You could actually see the sitting arrangement. That was, that would send a message. In terms of packaging, in terms of messaging, that was actually sending a message.
So, thereafter?
That's the question. What was the purpose?
That one, it remains, we cannot tell. But there's no indication of any sitting. You can even sit on a president seat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean anything. You saw someone sat on a speaker's seat. Yeah. Nothing happened. The speaker is there. Not that if you sit on that seat, it will give you anything.
Okay.
You saw it.
All right. So you, Wakili, you're also riding on ideologies and hope.
Yes. Inevitably, yes. But again, I must probably package it differently in this manner. That a social contract during campaigns is established within the context of the messaging between whoever is asking to provide the services of leadership and the people who are to be led by the person. So it's a time that there's a conversation over community. It could be local, it could be national. But what happens is you then create an expectation, and because it's repeated many times in that interactive nature, it becomes a legitimate expectation. Because whether you write a manifesto or not, the political messaging out there becomes legitimized because you agree with the people. You tell them, I'll solve your land problems, I'll build schools, and I will solve your problems. Because I have capacity to do so, and I'm oriented in the style of my leadership as I'll provide to you. Then the people therefore agree with you in an ideal situation and vote for you. The expectation will be that forms a social contract that is supposed to be transported into execution once you get into power, or the leadership position and space that you are asking for. Now, the narrative at that time will obviously be packaged in words and content that is seductive.
Yes.
All right? So that then
now that is campaign.
Yes,
now.
but that's campaign. All right? But seduction is not reality in any context. Because once you seduce and you have to execute, the execution comes with its own reality check.
Very good.
When you come to execution, therefore, there is the promise as against the reality, and therefore the reality subdues the promise.
Then what? Then okay, endelea too. But
Yes.
then why don't you promise something you know you can deliver?
No, I will tell you this: you're supposed to promise that which you can deliver, but even in that promise, it's in the context of a competitive environment. So you promised a school, a high school, I promised a university, right? Mine looks flowery. You promised, so I have to outpace you and probably, let me put this, outcompete you when it's political packaging. Now, the context, coming to now what you've asked, the context of hope ideology gets fused. Look at the political parties' ideological approaches. They're not distinct and different. For instance, you cannot say the pattern of approach of a certain party is distinct and different from the other party, because one is that there is an unrestricted movement of the political actors between one party to the other. And number two, you would also see that there is the mirroring of the ideological packaging of the political parties, because the theme of implementation and politicking remains the same. What politicians I know is the messaging will be the same, except that perhaps the decibels upon which you give the messaging out will be higher. You want to be heard more, but the environment remains the same. The context remains the same. And the problems of society remain the same, notwithstanding whether in one political party or another. And therefore, you realize that the political parties will not be distinct in ideological approaches and repackaging. So, I think what remains dominant between hope and ideology is hope. How you sell the hope to the people, because hope is non-tangible. It is words packaged for future, right? So once hope is sold to the people, then they buy it on account of how good you are as an orator. And then now comes the context of hope in democracy.
Wakili. And that is the game that you have mastered. You sell hope to the masses. You sell hope to the masses.
Yes.
So, okay, let's talk more when you come back after this. Stay with us. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. Mheshimiwa Major John Waluke is legislator representing Sirisa constituency, and Wakili George Kithi, an advocate of the High Court. Okay, so let's just continue. You asked a question. You said something, and I had to ask a question. Mheshimiwa, is Wanjiku aware of the promises and ideals that you sell to them? Because ideally, we have another contract renewal in the next few months. That is after 5 years.
Yes.
So Wanjiku will come back, and there's a scorecard. You'll tell the people of Sirisia, this is what I promised you 5 years ago, so this is my scorecard. So how do they gauge you?
As I told you, that we live with hope all the time. And the question we have asked is about Wanjiku.
Yes.
If Wanjiku is aware about the hope. It is true that Wanjiku is aware. Yeah, Wanjiku is always aware, because we sell hope to Wanjiku. We give promises to Wanjiku. And the promises that we deliver, we always deliver to Wanjiku, we fulfill some of them. And some of them, because you cannot do everything. We are human beings. Sometimes you can be overwhelmed with maybe finances, can go down. So you can't fulfill everything that you had promised. But they all, Wanjiku understands. Once you can do one or two things, and then when election, like you have said, it is coming in a few months, 8 months. Yeah, we'll go back and remind Wanjiku that we are still selling hope to you, to Wanjiku, that after elections, the few things that remained undone, we are going to do them. Yeah, and they listen to us. They understand. Wanjiku will understand that it is true. Maybe you have done one or two things to show your commitment. Yeah, then they will bring you back.
So how do you gauge what you can do and what you cannot do?
These things are on the ground, not that I catch. Something, if I promise that I will buy you a bus, this school or that school, they will wait until that time, if you have done it or not. Like many of the things we do them, that I'm going to build, to make sure that we build that school for our children. Time come, have you done it? They'll also ask you. Wanjiku will ask you. If you have not, they say that, they'll say, no, because of this and this happened.
Yes.
Yeah. So just wait, be patient, give me time, another time. Yeah. Then they'll give you.
Give me
another time. Another time.
More time.
More time. And then they will.
I promise this is and that. I've delivered this and that. So I need more time.
I need more time to do the rest that's remaining.
Okay. So basically you deliver.
Yes.
Now, so where do you draw the line between the ideals or the ideologies during your campaign and promise? When do you draw the line? Or there's a very thin line between the two?
No, it is not, you cannot draw the line because it is a match of the two. They are related, as the lawyer put it. It is related. So this and that, you bring them together. Yeah.
Okay.
And it works.
Wakili, so do you draw the line now that you are actively qua ground? All right. So where do you draw the line, or you also put them together? Because Wanjiku is also looking for a solution to their problem, and they see hope in you, and you're also selling that hope to them that you're going to be part of their solution. So where do you draw the line, or you just keep the line going altogether until the last election?
I think the context in which you're putting it is ideal. It's an ideal situation, and it's an Puritan approach to what will be distinct. But I should put it this way, that hope is not in clarity. Okay. Let me explain. There's something called tragedy of commons.
All right.
That which belongs to all belongs to none. And let me explain why I'm saying that. If you, for instance, the context, easy context, I'll probably explain it, is when you went to a class and as a teacher and you tell the student, at break time, let me have all the math exercise books. I mean, nobody's going to bring that book because it's everyone. But James, at break time, let me have all the math exercise books. You have contextualized the communication. So in tragedy of commons, therefore, and that's the folly of democracy again, is that when many people come together and they're expressing a common agenda, there are very few instances when it becomes distinct. For instance, an emotive issue such as a land problem, where probably they've been chased out of that land by a certain person who is trying to grab it. That becomes emotive. But in the general activation of the people's common agenda, is that when you sell hope, it gets lost into the haziness of the time. There are those that will become distinct because of the emotive issues. For instance, they've never had a school, they've never had this, they've never had a road, and those get picked out as the main issues. But in the generalities of selling hope, hope becomes common within the context of the folly of democracy, in the context of tragedy of commons.
Yes.
Now, the common is the mwananchi. When he votes, or that mwananchi votes for hope, it must be an emotionalized hope, meaning that it becomes an emotive issue, and that's why elections become emotive. This is how they become emotive. Being that the people know that when they relate to a certain person, the closer you are, the more propensity for benefit arises. For instance, this one will educate my school, my children, I will get a job. So there are those personal interests within the figurative approach of the support. So I'm supporting that person because of the immediate, and I'm talking about very local politics, Mheshimiwa. And those that are emotional to supporting a person are those that know that that person speaks a certain language that is contextualized to their situational moment of that time. I will tell you this. The Kenyan we're speaking to now on TV is not the same Kenyan who will vote.
They're different people.
Those are very different people. When we come to voting, the social factors that bring fissures into division, so that you get biased to vote for someone or against someone, do not become the distinct issues that are intellectual, that are distinct, and that are logical.
Yes.
Election is not logical.
Okay, so then how do you keep the momentum for 5 years? I mean, just selling that hope for 5 years, how do you keep the momentum going without fizzling out?
The interactive environment and the interactive space at campaign and the settled environment within the context of the 5-year term are different. During campaign, you are more interactive with the people. You talk to them more, you speak to them more.
Yes.
And therefore, that context is a very close relationship with the people. That gap is created after elections. Because remember, first, you need to settle down. Of course, you have injuries, even if you've won. Meaning, therefore, that you spent money.
You need to settle. And
yes, and you need
put your
the break of space.
And all that.
But that space is supposed to make you work for the people because you made the social contract with them, like I put it, to be able to deliver what you have said. So the space of delivery is a quiet, slightly quieter space. So to say you're going to sustain persistently, consistently, insistently for 5 years is not going to be possible. What will happen is that you need the space with which to activate resources. Look for the resources within which to implement what you've, like Mheshimiwa says, to buy a bus, you don't buy a bus in the noise. You buy a bus in the quietness of the day because you have to look for the money, whatever it is. Is it CDF? Is it bringing the president so that he says, "Iyo basi mliambiwa nitawaletea," or whatever it is. All right? So that space is different. But the space, that's what I'm telling you, the space of campaign and even the incident, because the voting day is incidental to that day. The incident of voting on that day becomes illogical. Because the factors that determine who you vote for could be because of the hope and promise, but because of the motivation of the day on what happens.
Let me also get that from you, Mheshimiwa. How do you keep the momentum? 5 years, constantly selling hope.
It is not easy, and the lawyer here has become a politician. He has deliberated on it very well.
Yes.
And to keep hope to the people for 5 years is not easy. You just always go there, meet them, sit with your people, talk to your people, reminding them if they ask you, if they don't ask you about or remind you about what you had promised, you just continue. Sitting together with them, being every time, not every weekend, but like myself, I always go home after 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And that one to a politician is not it's not easy.
Yes.
Because you'll be spending selling that hope to the people. That look, I'm here, and they see you always with them. They become, they own you when you are with them all the time, and selling that hope to them all the time. So you become one of them, and they get used to you. Yeah. So hope just gets into them. What you had promised them.
Is there a point when the Wanjiku, I normally use that word a lot, is there a point when Wanjiku feels under pressure to get service delivered by you as their representative?
Not as such, just maybe few who might think about
They don't become impatient?
They don't become, people don't become impatient if you are always close to them. They don't become impatient, no. Yeah.
Okay. But that's now on the other side of you as the hope deliverer.
Yeah.
So you feel under pressure at some point?
Myself?
Yes.
Not quite. Because I enjoy sitting with Wanjiku. So there's not much pressure coming to me or going to them.
Okay.
Because you are always close to them. You change the ideas.
But how is it then? Somebody say that we have got weaponized optimism, because now you promise but you don't deliver, then you find your opponent finds a very soft spot to attack you. When you're having that social contract, the way you'd put it during campaigns, your opponent will find a very soft spot to attack you properly.
And you know, when people are with you, even if your opponent attacks you on something, people themselves will defend you. Because they know him. He knows that
is it?
Yeah. They will even answer him that, you know, he has done this and that, so that one is off. Then the opposition, that will leave. Yeah, will fear talking even to the Wananchi. Yeah, even with or without you being there. Yeah,
the Wananchi will cover you.
They will cover me.
Okay, Wakili, the hope. What do you make of that? Because we are headed to a point where now you'll have opposition. You are an opposition to someone right now.
Yeah,
you're attacking someone so that you. In where I come from, we say, you know, a political seat is not someone's goat, where you can own. It's like a gazelle in the grazing field. You can hunt.
Yeah.
All right. So then how do you...
Not that where you come from. It is all over.
It is all over.
It's all over the country.
So it's nobody's goat. You can say, this is my goat, this is my sheep and all that.
No.
It's an open game meat.
Yes.
So then how do you respond to criticism? Or how are you attacking your opponent?
Well, first, it depends on the opponent, because you have to package the opponent and fashion out a style within which you become dominant over your opponent. Because politics is about dominating as against who will be opponent or an opponent.
Yes.
If the person is still serving, you need then to look at the areas which probably will be good selling points that the people would understand very easily. And you do that, obviously, by the information packaging that you give to the people. For instance, obviously, back home, if a mother is breastfeeding, the child does not want to stop breastfeeding. So at times, the mother applies, pepper, pili-pili,
yes,
so that then the child cries and sees that there's really no need to continue because of the bitter experience once I start going back to want to be there. So there must be a good reason why and how you stop an incumbent from continuing by creating the messaging that is, of course, persistently negative to subdue the person's dominant, because at the time that he's ruling, he's dominant. But the person who is there also must be able to continue to be dominant, and we say he has to be conquer and dominate. So once you've conquered is when you've won.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But then you must continue to be dominant and to dominate on the populace by how you sell hope, execute the hope, and eventually come out as a choice. An obvious choice or the best choice in the circumstances. Remember that there's no person, okay, maybe a few, but I've not seen it, there's no person who will go into election without a possibility of getting votes, all right? Whichever number of votes. And elections are majoritarian, so it's only the majority who gets more, the votes that are counted. That's what I mean. Majoritarian in the context that the person has to get more votes. But in looking for the majoritarian, which is the rule of law, is that you need to come with different styles as against your opponent. So you read the opponent vis-a-vis the people and how they're going to receive the message. But it's both in words and in deeds.
So how do you
like attending burial is an act of mercy. How you execute your messaging there inwards.
That's what I want to ask you.
Is also
so how do you
important.
pick your message, and at what point do you deliver it?
You know, when you're sick, okay, I have to contextualize the word to accommodate the space you're in, because you're sick. I have to give you hope in that context.
Yes.
But when you're hungry, I can't tell you you're sick. I have to, again, message it in a manner that is contextual to your hunger and the pain you are. But when you're happy at a wedding, I cannot again transport the message as consistent from the same person, but now you're at a wedding, you have to contextualize the messaging within the context of that situational environment.
Yes.
And therefore, that's what I'm saying, it's a social activity. Democracy therefore portends that you need to continue campaigning and interact with the people in the context in which they are, so that ultimately you become dominant in the minds of the people to be able to convince them to vote for you.
Which, is there a point where there's a gap between reality and rhetoric? When you don't feel something is not moving?
Yes, it is there. It is always there.
You feel like you're stagnating. Something is amiss somewhere.
Yeah, sometimes, and sometimes not. Because as he has put it, Wakil has put it, you know, politician doesn't, we don't sell mandazi on the street. We just sell talking to the people. That's what we sell to the people, the information. And if my opponent come with his strategy, I'll look for my own. Like me, I have 13 formations for my campaign.
13?
Yeah, 13.
You unleash one
when
one
this
by
one
one?
fails, yes, one after another. When this one fails, I apply another one. And I'll coach him to win.
How many do you have, Wakili?
You know me, I was a military person. And that is what I learned, and that is what I always apply. And it works very well. When I give them hope, they know.
Hope is one of them?
Yeah, hope is one of them.
So you have got 12 remaining?
Yeah, 12 remaining. And those ones, I cannot mention them here because some of them are...
Okay.
Yeah. So we say like that. You see, like President William Ruto won his election because of selling hope to the people and what he was doing to the people. The promises that time, the president really tried to fulfill what he was promising. And he used the advantage the president had because he was the deputy president, and he used the government facilities to make him popular to the people. And that is how he became popular, and that is how he won the election. You know?
Yes.
He was selling hope and doing action. Fulfilling promises.
Yes.
When he comes here, say we are going to do this, he'll make sure that that thing works. And then he entered into the people's minds.
Interesting.
So when the president says there's no agenda, there's no agenda, there's no plan for the people, it's exactly the context in which Mheshimiwa is saying that apart from merely telling people you are going to do, first you tell them what you're going to do. But then you must package it in a manner that you show capacity to do it. So you can't say, "Nitakununulia ndege," it doesn't make sense. But when you package it in a manner that there's a possibility of doing it. So the possibility should be part of the pop packaging. Then also, when you come to implementation, you must do it so that it is visible, because execution has to be visible. So like we say in law, you don't just do it, you be seen to do it. So the imaging part becomes part of the implementation and execution of the hope. So eventually, therefore, what I think will be the duty of the president now is to demonstrate that this is what I promised, and this is what I have done, or I have even done more, or I have failed in certain areas because of certain reasons, like Mheshimiwa has said. So therefore, you realize that hope creates a scorecard against which people will then mirror. So eventually, if you overpromise, it becomes, and you could get the seat, but it becomes a problem because you may not fulfill all the promises that you've made.
Okay, now that you said there's a what you said is called kufu, the one used down in the coast.
Kusamula.
Kusamula.
Yes.
So how do you do it? Do you package yourself as one of them, or you put yourself slightly higher on the high pedestals so that they see you as their king, or you become, this is our son?
I think it's, like I say, it's contextual. You can't implement a flat pattern. There are times that you need to be dominantly, like if it's an intellectual group, you must be able to intellectualize the debate.
Oh yeah, you read the room.
And you have to be dominant in the intellectual debate for purpose of driving policy and direction. When it is a context in which you have to apply yourself within the context of the space as will abound at that time, you then must mirror that space. So you must be able then to be able to fuse yourself within the society through and through. So when you say, for instance, you see the president eating maize in the streets, vis-a-vis having dinner with an ambassador, those are two different positions and contexts. Or meeting a group of doctors for purposes of canvassing himself out with the doctors, he will apply himself differently. So you must be able to continuously mutate into a certain pigeonhole for purpose of fitting and packaging to conviction that I am a solution.
Okay. Yep. Mheshimiwa, you said you have got 13. Okay, just before you respond to that.
Like him, as we speak, he's studying he's becoming, he wants to become a senator, yes?
Yes.
He's starting what the sitting senator is doing, learning his weaknesses. And he's going to use the weaknesses of that senator, not the strength, because he will not talk about the strength of the...
In politics, you don't talk about your opponent's strength.
No, you can't market.
You must sling him completely.
The weaknesses that he has. And then, politics is about numbers. So he wants to outdo him, and becoming more popular than the city. And this piece is selling the hope that this fellow is not doing this and that. So if it was me, he cannot survive, because I will apply a method.
The second one or the third one?
And that's what I wanted to ask you. You have
that one I cannot.
Oh my goodness. So you have got 13.
I have 13, yes.
How many have you applied?
Sometimes when I reach like
2, 3, 6.
I can go even to 7 there. 6, 7.
So you can the remaining ones are still intact.
Yeah, still intact, because I have not seen someone who can bypass me and then become more popular than myself.
Okay.
No, because you suppress that.
And that's the whole aspect of campaigns. Wakili, how many tactics do you have?
How many?
Tactics do you have? Yes, 13.
The legal ones are there. The political ones are also there.
Okay.
But the legal one cannot apply.
The legal ones cannot apply. You know that you cannot apply the legal ones in politics.
Cannot apply it.
That one later on. Cumulatively, how many are they? Cumulatively?
Well, from the top of my mind, I don't think I reach his, but probably up to 6 I have.
Okay.
Yes, and they work very well. At least from our rural home, they're okay. And some, of course, come immediate, some come towards the end. That's true?
Yeah.
So you have to, basically it's cards hidden under the table and unleash one by one as and when the situation arises.
Do me a favor. After this, go for classes. Mheshimiwa is here.
Yes. Maybe
we can give you a room somewhere, sit down.
For my student.
And add the others.
Yes, and others. Okay, we need to stop there. The reason why I asked this question, because we have got other aspirants who are coming.
Yes.
And they really need to understand what Wanjiku really need and how to keep the momentum going. Sometimes it becomes so strenuous even to Wanjiku himself, or herself, sorry, that you sold them hope, but they're not seeing that hope coming at the end of the day. That's why I ask you a question. Do they become impatient with you after 5 years now we want to renew your contract? But you've answered my questions clearly well. Wakili, I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Asante sana.
Thank you, Asante.
And Meja Waluke, please just unleash 1 or 2. Remain with the rest for the next campaign.
You've not asked me about about Bungoma. I saw Titmas on the paper.
Oh, you want to say something? Go ahead. That is your home ground.
About him.
Go ahead, Director. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Go ahead.
Titmas is running in Bungoma as a governor. He wants to become a Bungoma governor. For the last 3 years, he has been running alone without any competition. And later on, when a team came on the ground, he started panicking and talked a lot of things. And now as we speak, team is ahead of him. So in politics...
How do you gauge that?
We know. You can, meet your people. You can even go around in the county. We have 9 sub-counties. You can check by going around, listening to the people, how...
But Mheshimiwa, we saw how he walked out with the numbers after the funeral.
That does not matter. Because like, yes, the other day, we planned with him because you saw he was sitting next to me. And we are in the same coalition, the same party. So we talk, we plan that these people needs A, B, C, D. And after that, we knew that it was going to happen because they had hit us hard, and now we were looking for the solution of demeaning them also. So that was the only way for Didmas to do that. So we could have worked out together, but because I'm the chairman of the region, I said, let me stay behind, and you strike.
Chomoka.
So was the walkout planned?
Yeah. So, and it worked. Wow. And it worked very well. It worked very well. That's a strategy, that the only strategy that we had on that day.
Is it the 13th one?
No, it's one of the formations that we have, or I have. And, he also joined the military.
Of course, there's an after effect. What was the after effect after that walkout?
Yeah, the people saw that opposition actually doesn't have any plan. They are clueless. That's what now the people talking. Like yesterday, I was in the county trying to hear from the people who are there. So they say that the opposition are clueless.
Okay.
You see? And that's a strategy.
Okay.
And you should borrow.
I borrow on the walkout.
Okay, you need to go to Bungoma for just 2 weekends. Just to go to Bungoma.
To walk around with me.
Just to walk around with him.
With me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I mean, a lot is happening. Western region has a very interesting style of politics. And being the chair of the Western Region Caucus, we'll need to sit down. Wakili, after the show. So I think the rest we cannot discuss on air. Asante sana, Wakili George Kithi, an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Thank you so much for coming. And of course, the people of Kilifi is here. He's here. He's a good man. He's a good man. Okay. And Major Waluhe, asante sana for coming. He's a legislator of Silisa constituency. An apology from Daniel Orogo and Dr. Peter Mbai. Of course, they've been here before, so yes, we give it to them. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Jim K continues after this. Stay with us.